Hey, it's Lucas, and today we are going to be trying this mint sherbet from Lumir for the first time. So mint sherbet is a cross between sunset sherbet and kush mint, two strains that I've had on black market a couple of times, both strains that I reviewed on my channel if you want to go check those out after this video. Kush mint I reviewed a while back now and it worked really good for my insomnia, definitely a sedating strain, and it tasted and smelled really good as well, really eucalyptusy and quite minty at the same time. Obviously, kush mints. That sounded quite stupid when I said it out loud. Anyway, and the sunset sherbet was actually one of the last bits of bud I had on the black market before I got my prescription in, so I'm very familiar with the taste, look and smell of sunset sherbet at the minute. Really nice strain. So before I crack this open, I'm going to go through the packaging. It says Lumir on the front, plain white tub. I don't know why, but I quite like the logo for the brand. I think the little hexagons and the different colour greens look really cool. Just personally think that looks cool. The rest of the packaging is kind of boring, like I said, just plain white medical tub with the medical label on there. It says controlled drug, possession without authority, illegal, keep out of reach and sight of children, 10 grams dried cannabis flower, tetrahydrocannabinol, 28%. See, this is one thing that I've just noticed now. On the label where it says my name, it says 27%, and then on the actual pot itself, it says 28%. I know it's accurate within, like, I don't know what the percentage is, but I just think it's quite funny that it says 28% on the pot and then 27% on the actual prescription label. And then on the other side, it just tells you how to consume it, and then it says all the usual warning label stuff, and there is also a QR code on there. I haven't scanned that, I don't know where it takes you, but if you want to try it out, go ahead. So first thing we're going to do here is get into the smell. This is a fresh pot. You can see that the label is still intact there, so I'm going to peel that back and we will get the first. I say I'm going to peel it back, but I don't have any nails, so I can't actually get a hold of the foil. With packaging like this, it just reminds me of like peanut butter, so I kind of just want to get a spoon and poke it through there, but I'm obviously not going to do that. See, I was joking about that, but I actually peeled back the little lip here, and it just pulled off the foil and left the plastic on the top there, so I did actually have to poke my thumb through that. So first things first, Boveda pack on top. Not all prescriptions come with Boveda packs included. I know the Tyson strain definitely didn't. That's not bad immediately out the tub. I can smell the plasticky or the irradiation. I don't really know what to call that smell. It just smells like medical bud. And if you're watching this and you've got medical bud, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just kind of a weird plasticky sort of medicinal smell that you get as soon as you open the tub. There is a heavy sort of minty eucalyptus smell. It is definitely more towards eucalyptus than it is towards mint, but that's a good sign because I know when I had kush mints, it smelled really eucalyptusy. There's a little almost creamy, almost fruity sort of sunset sherbety vibe, but it's almost overwhelmingly eucalyptus. The last pot that I smelled, the one that I opened in my first UK medical cannabis prescription video from Friday, today's Thursday, so about a week ago now, that one smelled definitely more eucalyptusy than this. This one's giving more of a creamy undertone, almost fruity, sort of sorbet / ice cream eucalyptus vibe. This one feels like it's got more of the sunset sherbet in there, but definitely smells really eucalyptusy. For medical bud, for me, that smells actually really good. I'm going to give that smell a straight 8 out of the pot. So like I just said, I opened the first pot on Friday, put it into a glass jar, so it's just been chilling in there with the Boveda pack for 6 days. I'm going to smell that to see if it smells any different than it does straight out of the tub. So it actually doesn't smell as strong after being in a jar for a week. It still smells quite eucalyptusy, and it's still got the creamy, sort of ice creamy undertones. The smell is definitely leaning towards kush mint still with the eucalyptus, but definitely some creaminess going on underneath that. So if you want to see what this flower looks like, you can check the pinned comment and go watch the short. I'm not going to be showing it in this video because lately YouTube's just been on one with age restricting my videos, and if you didn't know what age restriction means, it doesn't mean that you can't show your videos to children. you know, that should be a given. Obviously, kids shouldn't be watching stuff about medical cannabis. What age restriction means is that almost nobody gets to see your videos. It doesn't show up in searches, it doesn't get recommended to people, and unless you go on my channel and you physically look for the video, you won't be able to see it. I mean, if this has showed up in your subscription box now, then you are really, really lucky, because if this is age restricted, I don't know whether it is or not yet, because I haven't uploaded it, I'm literally making it. If this is age restricted, then it's going to get maybe like 100 views at most. Just for example, my newest prescription video, the one where I talk about the flower, it did really, really well. It got like 3,000 views in about 5 days, which is crazy for me. That doesn't happen. And then YouTube saw that it was doing well, and it just went, you know what, fuck you, we can't be having this. And it age restricted that, and it also age restricted like 3 more of my videos, which had my 2 prescription ones, and also another one that I uploaded ages ago that had absolutely nothing to do with anything. So basically, they're saying to me, fuck you. So I'm not going to be showing the flower in this video. If you want to check that out, look at the pinned comment. So if you look straight down into the pot, you shine a light on these nugs, they look pretty good. But once you take them out, you pour them onto your tray, and you start actually really looking at them, they don't look that great. They are mainly smalls, a couple of bigger nugs, but mainly just small nugs. They have the consistency of a sponge. So imagine you've got a cleaning sponge, you squeeze it, and it bounces back. This doesn't bounce back. It feels like a sponge when you squash it, but it just stays squashed. When I first saw it, I thought it looked kind of old. I thought that the orange covering on it was just really old keef. I'm not quite sure what the orange is. I think it might be just really dry, tight orange hairs, but to me, it's a little bit off-putting. These buds have quite a bit of purple all over them, but to me, it just seems... It's not really purple, it's more black. I don't really like the bud that is so purple that it looks black. Everybody likes a little bit of purple in the nugs. I think it looks nice, but when it looks black, that's really not for me. So for this, it looks kind of old and yellow, weird orange powder all over it, and the purples look black. So, you know, on first glance, it looks really, really good, and then when you actually look at it, it's not so good. It is a bit of the better looking medical cannabis, I think, so far. So I'm going to give it just straight... No, I was going to give it a middle of the road 5, but I'm going to actually give it a 6. It's not terrible. So after throwing a nug in the grinder, it's definitely broken down, more dense over fluffy, but you know how you can get some of the dense buds that break down to be basically nothing? This is the opposite. So even though it's broken down to be dense, there's still quite a lot of it in the grinder. The smell coming off this is like creamy eucalyptus ice cream. And I don't know if that sounds weird. I reckon that would taste weird. Creamy. Not, imagine like, obviously menthol eucalyptus go together really well. Imagine like a Jakeman's sweet, or like just any kind of menthol lozenge or hard candy that you kind of suck on when you've got a cold, maybe like a fisherman's friend, something like that. But to me, this is giving the black Jakeman's. That's what it smells like to me. But it's also got I feel like from the Sunset Sherbet side of it, the creamier notes are coming through. It's not particularly fruity or anything like that, but it's giving a little bit of creaminess underneath the minty eucalyptusy, no stingy sort of smell. Think like a mint chocolate chip ice cream with like crushed up Jakeman's black lozenges on top. That's the kind of freshness yet creaminess I'm getting from the smell. It's actually quite nice. So I'm gonna give it, I think I'm going to give it a 7.5. It's alright. So I've currently got a capsule heating up in the Mighty. I'm starting out at 160, going to take a couple hits, speak about the flavour, and every time that I increase the temperature, I'll come back and tell you how it affects the flavour, and then I'll go into the effects. So the first taste of that at 160 wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting to get full-on eucalyptus, really, really kush mints type flavour from that, but actually what I got was just a really mellow, super creamy, gentle mint ice cream flavour. You know how some minty things are really in your face and they like burn? I don't really know how to describe a mint tingle, but you get the stronger mints and then you get the softer mints. That one tasted like a really, really soft, really lightly flavoured, creamy mint ice cream flavour. So after a couple of hits at 160, the best thing that I can think to describe the flavour is it tastes like a buttermint. And if you don't know what buttermint is, it's basically just it's a hard candy. I feel weird describing it as a hard candy because we don't really say candy over here. Just for any, I don't think Americans would be watching this because it's a UK medical cannabis thing, but just, you know, as a generic thing, it's a hard candy. If you suck on it a bit, it kind of goes a bit chewy. It's not chewy, but it kind of is, and it's like a creamy sort of soft, minty sweet, basically, and it tastes like creamy mint. And that's what this tastes like at 160. It tastes like a buttermint to me. I'm about to step it up to 175, and we'll see how the flavour changes. The dominant flavour for this is definitely eucalyptus, but there's no escaping the creamy. It is quite subtle, but it's definitely there. The creamy undertone of cream. Yeah, that's a great thing to say. You know what I mean, though? Like, it's definitely, it's quite subtle, but it's unmistakably there. You're getting top notes of eucalyptus and soft mints, and then underneath, almost like at the back of your mouth, you're getting a creaminess. That's definitely from the Sunset Sherbet. Now, I feel like this is placebo, but it feels like with every hit that I'm exhaling, I'm almost getting a menthol feeling in my throat, as if you were smoking a menthol cigarette. I don't think that's actually there. I think it's just something to do with the flavours and what I'm saying to myself. It feels like I'm almost getting a mentholy feeling on every exhale. Stepping it up to 180, the minty flavours are definitely there at 175. Also a lot of the creamier flavours. At 160, it was like a soft, smooth mint ice cream. At 175, it's more of I was trying to think of something for far too long. It's still kind of like a soft, creamy mint ice cream, but the minty flavours pop more. I don't know if pop is the right word to use, but at 175, the minty flavours definitely have a more cooling effect. Now, this could all be placebo, like I said, but it almost feels like, it doesn't feel like I'm straight up smoking a menthol, but it almost gives a sort of feeling, but that could just be the harshness of the vapor on my throat. It could be a lot of things all combined, but we're at 185 now, so I'm going to go test that out. So at 185, it's kind of like a buttermint and a soft mint at the same time. It's kind of hard to distinguish between the two. It's like, with a buttermint, it's got all the creaminess there with the soft mint flavour, and although soft mints aren't spicy, they've got a little, I don't know, do soft mints have a tingle? I don't think they do, actually. Maybe it's more like mouthwash, eating a buttermint and then rinsing with some mouthwash, so you get a little bit of the minty burn, but not a lot. It's kind of hard to describe, because I'm definitely getting, there is no denying that there's a creaminess, but it's definitely more Kush mint heavy with the, like I say, it's got mint flavours in there, but to me it's more of a stronger eucalyptus flavour than it is mint. Obviously mint and eucalyptus go together, so it's complementing it, but the creaminess from the Sunset Sherbet is really working for me as well. I like mint ice cream. It's probably my favourite flavour of ice cream. Actually, no, I think it's been overtaken by, what was it I had the other day? I think it was ginger, vanilla, bourbon, ginger, and lemon lime. It was in Lidl, if you want to go look for it. It was absolutely banging. I think you should go check that out. But aside from that, mint chocolate chips probably my go-to. So I'm familiar with creamy mint flavours. I like soft mints. I like buttermints. Yeah, I like mint things, and I prefer the I keep going to say softer. The softer side of mint, you know what I mean, the not spicy kind of mint. But this is more like the spicy kind of mint with a creamy flavour underneath it, which is making it kind of feel like a, you can get like green soft mints, which are stronger than there's a fly in here, please leave. You can get the green ones, which are a bit stronger than the blue ones, I think. But yeah, there's like a little bit of a tingle there, and then a really nice creamy flavour I'm not mad. I've got to say, I'm not mad about this. I'm still at 185, just did a nose exhale, and I got quite a fruity hit then. Not like super punching your face with fruit, but I definitely got more of a sunset sherbet kind of taste from that. It was still minty, eucalyptusy, still all that sort of thing, but fruity and creamy then through the nose exhale. I'm gonna try that again, see if it was just a one-off or whether it's actually fruity. Definitely fruitier on the nose exhale. Not like major fruity, not any particular kind of fruit either, but it's like minty, creamy. Oh wait, fruit. That was unexpected. Not super duper fruity. It's just like it's there. It's like, oh, okay, there's the sunset sherbet. This was all Kush mints, and now I'm doing a little bit of an exhale out of my nose. Okay, sunset sherbet. I'm actually enjoying this, you know, like, I was so disappointed by the Tyson strain, the NYC Diesel, that I put off doing this for a bit. But this is quite enjoyable. At 210, it tastes like heavy menthol eucalyptus, but it also could just be because it's quite spicy. So maybe I'm associating that with the menthol eucalyptus flavor to be like spicy mint when it's really just harsh vapor. But to me, it tastes like, again, back to the Jakeman's black ones, that's what it tastes like to me. And if you give it a few seconds between hits and you just let it marinate, you still get the creaminess. Even at the highest temperature, you're still getting a little bit of the creaminess, but it is mainly just menthol eucalyptus all the way. So jumping into how I feel, I would say I feel quite clear-headed right now. To say that this is my nighttime strain, it's currently, what time is it? It's currently 11:15 in the morning, so I guess we'll see how good this strain is for knocking me out if I fall asleep by 12 o'clock. But I can't say that I feel particularly sleepy or sedated right now. Just looking around, my eyes feel pretty clear. I feel kind of floaty, I guess. Like if I just let my mind wander off, it will just go and I'll be stood here staring into space. So there's that about it. It's definitely very unfocused. I don't feel particularly energetic at all, but then again, I think I just said I don't feel very sedated either. I feel relaxed. I could definitely sit down at an evening and watch TV, probably just chill, and then eventually fall asleep. It doesn't feel super strong right now. This is only one capsule though. Definitely not a head high. I don't really feel, I can feel the high behind my eyes a little bit, but it's not making me want to close them. If anything, I know I keep saying this, but I just feel, I don't want to say normal because that's not the right word, but I don't feel tired and I don't feel alert. I just kind of feel baseline right now. I feel probably if I vaped another capsule, I would be more sedated than this one. I mean, that's kind of a given, but I feel like after another capsule, I don't think I would want to do anything. Right now, after one, I just feel normal. I feel relaxed and chill, and I feel I could carry on about my day. I'm going to. But maybe on a night time, if I vaped 2, maybe even 3 of these capsules, I'd probably be pretty sedated, yeah. As for right now, hasn't really hit me hard. Unless this is a real creeper and it's going to take maybe 20-30 minutes to actually really hit me, I'm going to go ahead and say that this doesn't really feel strong right now for me. If anything, I don't know, I might just be talking out my arse here, but I feel like the minty terps kind of make me feel more awake than they do sleepy, but that might just be because it is morning and I don't know, like toothpaste mint. It just makes me feel awake rather than sleepy, and that kind of tastes a little bit like toothpaste, so who knows. Gonna jump into my rating for my first time trying it. Looks, 6. I'm gonna stick with the 6 because for medical, From what I've seen in the past, mind you, it was 2 years ago the last time I got Medical Bud, it didn't look great, and the Tyson didn't look great, and this, it doesn't look great, but compared to all the others, it looks better than that, so I'm going to give it a 6. Also, in one of the nugs, there's clearly a place where a seed was. I haven't found a seed, but there is clearly a seed there. Like, I'm almost certain of it. It's not in my bud, which good, but there's definitely something there. So it's getting 6 for the looks. For the smell, I was really pleasantly surprised when I opened that tub. It did have the plastic medical smell to it, which is not good, but after sitting in the jar for a week, the smell's really dulled down, I would say. But even then, it's still good. It still smells minty. It smells like mint and eucalyptus. I keep saying eucalyptus, but honestly, that is what I get from Kush Mints all the time. It straight smells like menthol and eucalyptus to me. You're not going to tell me different. I don't know what they do to Medical Bud, but I hate that medicinal smell, bro. If we can get rid of that smell, then Medical Bud wouldn't be that bad. Like 90% of it is the smell, and it's just really off-putting. Ignore the medical smell. To me, it smells like Kush Mints. I'm struggling to find any Sunset Sherbet in the whole nugs. Maybe the ground up nugs will smell different. Sweeter when it's ground up, maybe that's from the Sunset Sherbet, but to me, it just is Kush Mints, and I like that smell. I like the minty smell. So for me, the smell for the Medical Bud, ignoring the chemically smell, it's going to get a 7.5. I don't want to give it an 8 because I feel like maybe there's better, but it's definitely getting a 7.5 for the smell. Effects so far, it's not hitting as hard as I would want it to. I'm not going to say that I feel more awake than I did, because that's not true. I do feel like it's starting to sedate me a little bit, like my eyes feel like they're dropping a little bit, but I would definitely need more than 1 capsule for that, because it's just not, it's not that strong. It doesn't feel that strong right now. Maybe it is, like I said, a creeper, and in 20 minutes I'll be asleep, but for now, it don't feel that strong. Looks are decent. Smell is good. I do like the smell. It smells good. Taste, taste is alright. I don't think I've mentioned the taste yet. Taste is alright. Like I said, it tastes like a Jakeman's cough sweet, like the heavy eucalyptus, menthol, mintiness. It's creamy. There's the creaminess there. Now, I don't know if I'm trying to convince myself about the slight hint of fruitiness. I might have over-exaggerated it a little bit, but it's there. It wasn't there at 160. It wasn't there at 175. It was when we got to 185 and I exhaled out my nose. That's when the slight fruitiness hit, and it happened 2 or 3 times, so I don't think I'm crazy. But overwhelmingly, it is just pure menthol eucalyptus. It's a nice flavour. I like it. I'm going to go as far as giving it a 7.5 again. When you Google mint sherbet, it comes up obviously with the medical stuff, but it also, on places like Leafly and Allbud, it comes up as Sherb Mints. And I've noticed as well on the MedBud wiki, I don't know why medical takes strains that already exist and they name them something else. Like, I noticed it with this, they call it Mint Sherbet instead of Sherb Mints. And also with the, I think it's High Silver that I researched, is that just Super Silver Haze? Because it doesn't show a cross or anything, and if you Google High Silver strain, it just comes up as Super Silver Haze. So if anybody knows what that's about, please leave me a comment and explain it, because I don't understand why they aren't just calling it the street name. Is that to try and get away from the like black market feel of it, or is it different? Because I know it's called tea, you know, whatever you want to call it, whatever the strain medical name is, and then it tells you what strain it is. But like, if it's like this, I'm just going to use this as an example because it's what I've got. If it's Mint Sherbet, if it was already called Sherb Mint, why are they calling it Mint Sherbet? I don't know. That's just a high thought right now. So overall, for the first time trying it, I am going to give the Mint Sherbet from Lumir 7.5 out of 10. It's actually decent. It doesn't look great. When you first open the tub, it doesn't smell bad, but the chemical smell is there. after a while that fades, and it's pretty nice. When it's ground up, it's pretty nice. It tastes pretty good, and I'm chilling. Like, I feel my eyes are starting to try and close right now. Right. Wow, my speech went all over the place then. My eyes are trying to close right now, so it's like I said, it probably is a creeper actually. I should probably just eat all the words I said before. I do want to close my eyes right now. I'm not going to, because it's like almost midday and I need to get shit done. But yeah, 7.5 out of 10 on the mint sherbet. If you like this video, leave a like, leave me a comment telling me if you've tried the mint sherbet and what I should try next. Subscribe for more videos. Make sure that if you want to see what the bud looks like, you go look at the short. I'm just trying something out, you know. I want people to see these videos, and if it means that I can't show the bud in the medical videos, I won't do that. In all the other videos, I'll be showing you the bud, but in the medical videos, we'll see how this goes. So just work with me here. Tell me what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. I will post a full review of the mint sherbet when I've finished it. Peace.